Very cool.
Well, hello retro game players. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus, and welcome to the third episode of Retro Gaming Sunset. On this episode of Retro Gaming Sunset, we've got more special guests, bringing you a true plethora of nostalgic information. So get ready for that, but first let me tell you, you will have a chance to win one of these Retro Game Players hats in this episode. So definitely stay tuned. No, you do not need to choose pink. We have other colors if you want something else. So just stay tuned. I'll be giving instructions on that. But we're going right in diving, man. We're going straight into the toy trunk first off with my friends Ep.3 and Leaf from the Game Hunters.
Marcus, thanks so much. This is Toy Trunk and we're the Game Hunters. I'm Ep.3 and this is my sister Leaf.
Hey guys!
And today we're sharing a very cool action figure with you. This is the Dark Horse Comics 25th Anniversary Predator action figure by NECA. And this one is based off the comic book. As you can see on the inside cover there, they have the comic book printed onto the packaging, which is awesome. And Predator has the blue armor from the comic, which is really cool. And yeah, we're just both big fans of the Predator movie. Definitely one of our favorite action movies, especially the original of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this is just a cool figure that's a nice addition to our game room. So why don't we take a closer look at the figure? Alright, that was a closer look at the NECA Predator action figure, and it was definitely cool to add some more of those to the collection, huh? I noticed on the back here, they have a whole bunch of Aliens and Predator action figures. That Scar Predator figure right here, in particular, looks really neat, and would be a nice addition to the collection. So that's it for this segment of Toy Trunk, and thanks for watching.
And now back to you, Marcus.
Wow, that action figure is so detailed. NECA does the best job of sculpting their figures. And I just love the Predator anyway, but thanks so much, you guys. That was awesome. Thank you, Game Hunters. You guys rock. And if you haven't checked out their channel, please go check out their channel. Okay, so next up is going to be something that's really special to me, and honestly, it really tests my love of Mortal Kombat. I mean, I'm a fan of Mortal Kombat. You guys know that. Did the music video for it. I mean, I'm huge into Mortal Kombat. Always loved it. But this time, I put myself through the test here for you guys, so I hope you appreciate it. Right here, let's check out Movie Machine. On this segment of Movie Machine, we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat: The Journey Begins. This is a 1995 animated kind of short feature that basically takes place right around the time when Mortal Kombat 3 hit the arcades. So this is before the actual Hollywood movie, and this is a animated 2D/3D kind of mashup. And on here it actually says go one step beyond virtual reality and experience 3D animation like you've never seen before. That statement is entirely correct. That is 100% true, although you will hate watching it because it is so crappy, and you'll realize, oh, this is why no one's ever made animation like this before, because it's so bad that they would have been laughed out of the room. But somehow this made it onto an actual Laserdisc. And down here it does say exclusive, contains the featurette making of the movie Mortal Kombat, which is pretty cool. You know, this is a really, really bad attempt, I'd say, at cashing in on like the hype of Mortal Kombat at the time. And yeah, they just, I don't know, this is just such a greedy attempt at that to me. I don't know what this originally sold for, but yeah, it is total garbage. But the story begins by this vessel going to the island that Shang Tsung owns, and he is on board. He's like captaining the ship, I guess, along with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And then it introduces Liu Kang and Sonya Blade and then Johnny Cage, and they're kind of like the heroes of the story. And they're informed by Shang Tsung that they're on their way to this island. Well, then Raiden appears, Lord Raiden, and starts to kind of drop knowledge on them, and sort of just is a tour guide. He's kind of like a tour guide throughout the rest of the short film, and always explaining things to them about the, you know, the story of the Earth realm versus the underworld, which is where Shang Tsung's from, and how the last 9 tournaments have all been won by Shang Tsung. And now they need to win because they can't let them win a 10th time. So Raiden's explaining, you know, hey, this is what you gotta do, you know, and I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna fight for you at all. But yeah, he's like trying to encourage them to do battle. And then it like cuts from this 2D animation, which is really bad anyway, to like 3D animations for when there's fighting going on. And it is so bad. It's like horrible motion capture, like early motion capture animation. The facial movements are all like bad. Everything's bad. Lighting's bad. Everything is so horrible. It's literally painful to watch these fighting animations. But they show them, you know, like Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
Thus, one day Scorpion met Sub-Zero in a battle to the death. They were evenly matched, and for a long time neither had the advantage.
Shang Tsung killing some monk guy, Goro versus his brother. You know, meanwhile, where they're doing this, you know, Raiden's sort of explaining the history, and, you know, like you kind of learn some backstory. But really, this is just filler content before the movie. And, you know, by the time they get to the island where the tournament's supposed to begin, that's where you kind of see some of the other contestants or combatants, you know, preparing. And, you know, that's where you also see some of the recycled animations, you know, where someone will do a kick and then they'll reverse it and do that kick backwards and play it mirrored. And it's just like really cheap editing, really, really bad stuff. There's also this like strange thing with doors. Whenever they're walking through a door, the door is always 3D animated, and then the character themselves just kind of like walk through it. There is so much walking, in fact, in this whole thing. There is walking all the time. But anyway, they finally get to the part where they're starting to do talk about this battle, the Mortal Kombat, and Shang Tsung's like, hey, you've got one day, you know, and then he proceeds over the next day to try and kill them by using an army of Barakas, which is strange. But anyway, you know, again, Raiden's not helping at all, not, you know, sticking one finger up trying to stop this, but he keeps saying how it's so important, you know, that you guys win. Well, then finally, you know, it's like time for Mortal Kombat, finally gonna happen. Shang Tsung's like, Mortal Kombat will begin, you know, and it's like all epic and everything. And then all of a sudden the Mortal Kombat logo shows up, and underneath it, it says, prepare for the movie Mortal Kombat. No, it says prepare yourselves for Mortal Kombat the movie, and that's it. Then it shows you these weird bio cards of each character, and then it ends. That's it. There's no Mortal Kombat. So it is such a joke. The actual making of the movie, which comes after this, is pretty entertaining on that, you know, on the flip side. And like, listen to this crazy quote here.
He's a hot, hip, young, cool British director.
Action!
So that's Larry Kasanoff. And just hearing that guy describe working with this director for the movie is hilarious to me. He's like the, you know, like a bad parody of a Hollywood director. But anyway, you know, that, I don't know, later on too, he says that he like worked on like Terminator 2. I don't know if he did, but he says he does. So anyway, all in all, if you're going to go out and look for this, I would say if you're a major Mortal Kombat fan, do check it out. If you want to have a party and like have a bunch of people watch this at the same time and make fun of it, that would be probably appropriate. But as far as like trying to get anything of value or substance, as far as Mortal Kombat lore or anything like that, you are not going to find it here, so look elsewhere. That does it for Movie Machine. Wow, I don't even know what to say about that. That movie still is haunting me. Anyway, let's move it along. We got another special guest bringing us this segment of Reading Retro.
Hey, it's Joe Grotesque from Retro Cynical and the Generation Rad family on YouTube and VidMe. I want to talk about something that really brings me back to my childhood, more specifically to elementary school and the book fair. This is one of the very first things I ever picked up from a book fair, and it just happens to be video game related and reading related, and that's Nintendo Strategies. Now this little book is so cool, even my Uncle Terry likes it. It's fantastic. So without further ado, why don't we take a look at it? Now let's get started by taking a good look at the cover there. You can't beat those old marker and colored pencil illustrations from back in the day. Well, that wasn't really a thing, it just happens to be that on this cover. And what is the deal with Link right there? Something's not quite right about him. Well, that's artistic interpretation for you. Now this book was published by Publications International in 1989, around the same time Nintendo Power came out. But I gotta say, this is probably the first strategy guide that I got outside of Nintendo Power. So let's take a look inside. Right off the bat, we've got some pretty cool tips and tricks for bases loaded of all games. And Bionic Commando, one of my personal faves. There's Blaster Master. Bubble Bobble, can't go wrong with some tips and tricks for that. This was actually really helpful with that game. Bump and Jump. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Yeah, without a strategy guide, when you were a kid playing this game, it was next to impossible to figure out all the cryptic stuff. Gunsmoke, a Capcom classic. Iron Tank. And of course The Legend of Zelda, which you really needed help with that. And Life Force. So I don't really want to spoil the whole thing for you. If you can go on eBay and find you a copy relatively cheap, I recommend picking it up. It's pretty darn cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little literary stroll down memory lane. Back to you, Marcus. Son of a bitch.
I love those old code books. I mean, back then there was no way to look up anything online, so you either had to have like Nintendo Power or some kind of gaming magazine. I liked the Game Genies if possible. That was an awesome thing to have, you know, but I love how like these codes would like circulate just through word of mouth, you know. Like the first time I heard the Konami code, I learned that from someone. I didn't, you know, read that anywhere. But that's so awesome to go over those kinds of books like that. So good job, man. Thank you, Joe. And if you haven't checked out Retro Cynical's channel, do so. He's definitely got some awesome retro content. All right, moving on, we're going to check out the Sonic Lounge here with an independent release. So let's check out the music beat. On this edition of Music Beat, I've got a very special vinyl record pickup video for you. This one came to me by a guy named Joseph, and he did a Kickstarter project basically of a vinyl record pressing that is of the Journey music from the band Journey done in 8-bit style, and it's awesome. It's really cool. In fact, I would encourage you to go check out the Kickstarter page. It did fund. He was only asking for like $2,500, which is like nothing, because to do the record, that's like $2,000 anyway. And I do know this. I actually did my own vinyl record once, and it was totally expensive, and it's just crazy, like trying to recoup any costs for that. So anyway, he just barely covered his expenses there, and it's an awesome sounding record, at least online from what I heard. So I'm going to open this up to check it out. So you can still get them actually at peachstapler.com. So check that out and go ahead and look for it. There's only 300 that were pressed. So here it is. Oh my gosh. And he sent me some other cool stuff. So I've got a gorilla kind of baseball card. That's really awesome. Here's his business card. To Marcus and thanks. Right on, man. Oh, this is sweet. This is the old Nintendo Power inserts. So he just threw that in there. And then, oh, this is funny. It's one of those fortune-telling fish that you put on your hand, and then they like curl up, and it tells you whether or not it's doing something like jealous, in love, fickle, false, a dead one. Anyway, really pretty weird. And then, oh my god, this is really cool, dude. It's Clyde Drexler for the Blazers. He gave me this basketball card because he said he likes Portland, the Trailblazers a lot, and I think he saw them a few times or something. So anyway, really cool, man. Thank you so much for this. And then here's the record itself, When the Bites Go Down in the City. So look at that. Super awesome. I love this. And yeah, it's got all the back here. Look at that, A and B. So cool. So man, let's open this up and check out the record itself. Wow, it's just brilliantly read. So awesome. And it's cursive up there. I love that. And I love like the Donkey Kong touch on the titles. That's really cool. So wow, I gotta say too, like this, I had the greatest hits of Journey when I was like maybe 10 or 12, and I thought it was awesome. I mean, I always liked classic rock, but yeah, I mean, I really liked their stuff. But this is sweet. This is really cool. So yeah, this is just a great project. I mean, awesome job, man. And he goes by DJ Magnetic Dozer, which is really a cool name too. But if you go to the Kickstarter page, it's got all kinds of details on, you know, what he used to do it and how long it was taking him. And the video is really awesome too. So I encourage you to go just check out the video. But again, if you want one of these, they're limited to 300 and he's got some left. So just check out that peachstapler.com and yeah, get yourself a copy and rock out with Journey. That's all I got for Music Beat. So seriously, I'm digging this album. The more I listen to it, the more I enjoy it. So great job, Joseph. I'm so glad I got this from you, man. And yeah, just excellent job. It's a really fun album to listen to. Okay, moving on, we've got another really special guest. This is Sam from the Co-op Sisters, and he's bringing us a very special segment of Game Slam.
Thank you, Marcus from Retro Game Players. I'm Sam, and this is Game Slam.
We're sending you back to the future! When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
As far as he's concerned, the trip was instantaneous. That's why his watch is exactly 1 minute behind mine. Save the clock tower! Save the clock tower!
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Think, McFly. Think.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Marcus, and welcome to Retro Gaming Sunset.
Great Scott! Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
Let's now jump in the headset and see what it's all about. Let's get at least 400.
Lion, you're dying.
Now you can join the battle between brave Lionheart and evil Skull and their eerie ghostlings.
Lion, you're dying. Now, Master.
They change to fight with ghostly might. Turn them into the light and they change into even more powerful creatures.
Now, the lion in me is free. Take this.
Lionheart, Skull and Ghostling sold separately. New from Tonka.
Yeah, I just want to say before we start, thank you Marcus for this. This is awesome, man. I really appreciate being invited on your channel. You don't need a VR headset to play this. You can actually play this on a 2D monitor. This game does not work with mixed reality, so sadly, I'm just going to be standing there waving my arms in the air like an idiot. Single player. Alright, let's go to Neo room. What's this? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, players in the half shell, Turtle Power! Who hasn't played Golden Axe, eh? Who hasn't played Golden Axe? Like I said, I don't know what the buttons are. Oh my god, who's that? Hey, DJ Plays! Look at that face. Oh look, there's Rab. Rab2784 Let's Plays. Too tiny! It's too tiny! Ah, we've got ADJ.
Maybe you should take it slow.
Ha ha! Ah, we're going. This is the best I've done so far. Oh, I died. What is this? Marcus, tell me what it is. Like a laser light. The ATJ still playing.
What else we got going on?
Let's check this out. Right, how does this work? Let's just find out. Oh, here we go.
Then come and get some.
Yeah, I want some. Oh, cool.
Actually, that wasn't terrible.
I want to get at least 400. Come on, 400. Get at least 400.
Fatality.
Yeah, you're doing
I broke my hand. God, how much should I get? Ow! Ow! I might have to cut this game short. Oh my god, look at that. Just punch my wall. Oh my god, there's my skin. Got a frisbee. I think I can't play no more. Ow! Broke my bloody hand, look. I've been punched the wall right now, bloody hurt. Look, I with a hole. That's it, it's over. I'm gonna go and rest my wounds. My VR wounds. Alright, nice one. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And back to Marcus. Where's that bus?
Whoa, Sam, that was a great video, man. I loved it. Thanks so much. Love seeing some of the other YouTube channels on there too. Those guys are all really cool. So awesome seeing you again, bro. Thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, this week I've been playing some PlayStation VR, and this is the first time I've ever played VR in my life. And it's been really weird buying some of the equipment. I actually had 2 of the Move controllers, right, which were for PS3. Well, Sony like re-released the Move controllers for the PS4. And one of the things I needed to pick up was a charger for my old school Move controllers, so I bought this. And this is like a charging station, right? And you can tell it's got the PlayStation 4 branding all over it, like it's full on PlayStation 4. So you open this up, and check this out. You open it up, and right on top was like a charging like adapter so you can plug a controller in. And then look at this. It's another box of a PlayStation 3 charger for the Move controllers. It's like they just took a PlayStation 3 box and put it right in a PS4 box like that. So how's that for weird? Anyway, the PSVR thing is really fun. I'd love to play some like crazy retro games like that. The one I'm looking forward to is Rez. That's the one I'm really interested in. So thanks a lot everyone for watching. I appreciate it. And please go check out, the Game Hunters, Co-op Sisters, and Retro Cynical. Please go check them out. They've been awesome. If you want to be on the show, let me know. And hey, that free hat, yeah, all you have to do is name the toy line of the commercial that was featured, and also what year that toy line came out. So good luck, whoever comments first, you'll get a free hat. Also, I'm on VidMe now, so over there, whoever can do it there, you'll get a free hat too. So 2 free hats, one on YouTube, one on VidMe. Thanks for watching. I'm Marcus. You know what to do. You keep that shit retro later on.